Okay. Alright, today we're gonna do a good one. Today we're doing, well, just this. This. From Turn A Gundam. This is the kit from 1999, Turn A Gundam. This is number 2 in the series. I don't have number 1 yet for some reason. Number 1 being like Turn A itself, but this is like an old school vintage kit. It's a high grade kit. Oh, sorry, claims, I think. Or it doesn't even claim to be high grade. It's just 1/104 scale. That's it. Kit from 1999 made by Bandai, mobile suit flat from Turn A Gundam. I'm probably repeating myself a bit, but yeah, this is the kit I've had for a little while, maybe a couple of years. I don't know, 3 or 4. I don't know. I mean, I've been wanting to build it for a while, but just couldn't get around to it. But yeah, it's I'm kind of looking forward to it. I may be disappointed by it. It is a very old kit. Or I may be very surprised and impressed by it. I don't know yet. Turn A is like, well, I wouldn't say my favorite Gundam show, but I really like it for weird reasons. It is. Hold up, it's probably very loud. And yeah, I'm looking forward to building this. There's not much on the box. It does seem to suggest it can transform, which is something we can go and look forward to. It's good. It's from 1999, so obviously it's fully in Japanese. There's no English anywhere on this thing. I'm assuming the instructions will be like very, very small and very limited. Does this roll up like a pill bug? It does not. But it does transform into some weird thing. This thing was like, yeah, it's the enemy mobile suit, which is sent to Earth as a invasion force. One of the many, I guess. When the moon people invade Earth, then tens of thousands of years in the future, after the civilization has collapsed, and Gundams are not even a thing. We'll still have mobile suits for some reason. Yeah, anyway, I'll just get this box open and start building because I can't really think of much else to say. I'm a little bit excited about this kit, I'll be honest. Lots of people hate the design of the mobile suits in Turn A, but I think it's great. Okay, anyway, let's open this box and start looking at it. It's a very small kit. I'm assuming there's not going to be many runners in here. I easily suspected the instructions. It's a typical high-grade kit. Has been the same for like over 20 years now, over 30, 40 years. It's usually one side color, one side. Oh, it's a Baker guy who pilots it. Ipita. Oh no, I mean, like, there's lots and lots and lots of people in Turn A. Like, it's like lots of story. It's like a proper. It's like. Oh, I don't know. Everybody needs to watch Turn A, the whole of it, twice. Not necessarily back to back, but just watch it twice. It's like 100-something episode. That's like a really big Gundam show. Like, it is proper. It's weird, but it's still a Gundam show. Yeah, so what was I talking about? So yeah, we can see it transforms. I don't know how they managed to fit all the build instructions and I guess transformation instructions, unless the transformation is very simple. Yeah, it does seem to just be like folding the legs backwards and just clipping it in the back. So it's not particularly complex, but it is a transformation, which is a kit from 1999, which is not bad. And you can sense the Bandai was always ahead of its time. Yeah, very few runners, only 3. It's still the same. Well, of course, this is not. I'm just in the operation use. Oh, we do have polycaps. Polycaps from, well, this is like, yeah, made from 1996. Half of it is from 1999, half of it is from 1996. So yeah, these are the old school polycaps, which give you the, you can tell it's vintage because the hands are polycaps. They're not molded of the same plastic as the rest of the body, rather than like having like a little, well, like peg or something, well, like a little ball joint, and a polycap in the arm, because polycaps are kind of thick. They just give you the whole hand as one single polycap, and a lot of kits just shared the same hand. So there was like limited design there, but I don't think, I need to see, like, I probably should have researched this. Oh, but still, like, lots of like surface detail. I do not know if this is, let me see. Yeah, 1999. At least the date hasn't changed. So when the date hasn't changed, it means like usually what we see here is like the same, this is the same mold, or at least the same copy of the mold that was used in the original. Yeah, like I said, this is from the kit. The box says the design is from 1999, but I don't think like this is actually, this piece of plastic was actually manufactured in 1999. Probably this is a reprint. Bandai will do that every now and then if there's enough back orders for a specific kit. They will just fire the old production lines there and make a batch and sell them at MSRP, which is very nice. The MSRP being like, I don't know, it was like a few dollars. I guess like for the price $9.99, this is like expensive. Well, not that expensive, but this is like, I got this for very cheap. And yeah, you do have foil stickers and a few little things there, not much. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, very small. That's very orange. That does not look, there's a very bright orange there. It should be a little bit darker, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the thing is, like, I wonder if this thing has like a higher grade. Oh, it does also come with actual other hands. So the polycap, yeah, the polycap is like from 1999, but yeah, I've been like several old, very vintage kits, especially like Eternal Waltz. There were a few like, yeah, Gundam Wing kits had like this kind of design and used the hands from the polycap sheet as actual. Yeah, this is a very strange one. Hello Marcel, how you doing? Sorry, a little late today, but yeah, we're gonna be building this thing. I'm basically very happy about this. For some reason, like I'm kind of not failing to find the words because I'm so excited about building this kit. That's weird, I know, but like Journey is like one of my, I don't know, maybe it is my favorite Gundam show because I kind of like it's so weird. It's very different. It's just a weird show. Like the premise, well, the premise isn't that weird. It's basically this. It is Universal Century, but completely. It's in the same timeline as Universal. It is canon. It is basically where the story goes. It goes 1 year war, whatever, the Xeon Federation War, all that, and then tens of thousands of years in the future, it's Journey. Or is it hundreds of thousands of years in the future? I don't know. It's a very, very far off. It's basically the future of that. Whenever you're watching like anything in the Universal Century timeline, just remember it all ends with Turn A. there's nothing after it. That's where it ends. Yeah, let's get to. It's very short. It's probably it won't take hopefully too long. I am a bit swamped today and probably tomorrow. Don't have a lot of time for much else, but yeah, I was looking at my pile of backlog for a small kit, and I saw this book like, yeah, why not? Random kit of the day. This is what we do. We pick a kit at random every day and we just build it. Like and subscribe, share, all that thing. I'm gonna try to find a right. Close enough. How's the focus? Oh. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, turn X is, well, yeah, I suppose it is. Okay, hold on. I need to probably. Let me just get a. I need to get a screenshot of this. Just give me a second. And. Oh, anyway, I'll probably, yeah. What was I doing? I'm a bit disorganized today. Yeah, we only have 3 runners, very small. I'm probably, just let me just, well, I'll do first, let me sort this. Actually you can't. Because, yeah, these are old school runners. This is all runner A. All of this is runner A. And, yeah, well, A1 and A2, and it starts... The number starts with like 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 and then it goes on to... Oh, never mind. But there's runners A and B. Okay, that's different. These older kids, these older runners, they would... Well, a lot of different manufacturers, how many different kits of that era would... the numbers on the... kits would be on the runners would be sequential, meaning like it from one runner to, well, that's not probably the right way to put that. From one runner to the next, the numbers would just, for example, this is A1 and A2, but it was very frequent for. So you basically join it like this. Imagine as yeah, you can see like where the joining points were here, like it was broken off here on the middle. So basically it goes 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 12, and then starts there, 13, 14, blah, 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 blah. So it's all runner A, but it just split, like broken in half so it would fit in a small box. And then you have runner B, which is, I mean, usually they would have like 2 different, no, just one, well, a bunch of different runners, but like the numbers continue. So if like this one would finish on, I don't know, 25 or something. Yeah, this would start on 26 and keep going. So I've seen like many a kit with this. So this is when you know your vintage. But this one seems it's like on the, it's from 1999, so that's basically almost the future there. 2000 being where like humanity stopped evolving. All technology ends. I don't think you really have like anything really well, in the last 30 years, what has really been, has anything been invented that is worth mentioning? I probably should. These are dark plastics, so stress lines will appear quite visibly on here. And this is the vintage kit, and I only have one of these. They're kind of rare. Like, you can probably get them from scalpers and resellers, or well, is this even scalping at this point? It's so old, but you will get resellers, I guess, and they will sell this for like way more. This is probably MSRP of like under $10 or under $5, maybe even. Well, in yen, probably like 500 yen, 600 yen, 800 yen, like not a lot, but, and people will, because it's so rare, and there's a demand for that, I guess. People who like, just like me, who like their weird things, and they will be compelled to acquire this no matter what. Someone one day will watch Turn A, for whatever reason, you'll just discover it, and they say, yeah, this is peak Gundam. This is like what, this is where all Gundams end. I mean, yeah, there's the story is basically, can you sum up the story? I mean, it starts out weird. It's like, it seems like a society that is, I don't know, 1800s or something. Like, technology is very basic. People using steam engines and coal, and I mean, there's like cars, but like they're very old. So humanity has collapsed. Technology has collapsed, and it's only starting very slowly to. We're basically at the same technology level as the beginning of the 1900s, or like, well, maybe like 1800s, I guess, would be more accurate. And I think it starts with, I'm not spoiling anything, I mean, the show has been out for like at least 20 years. I thought that Journey was from like the early 2000s. It is not, it is from the late 90s. I'm not sure how I managed to confuse that, but this is A2. So I'm gonna make like 3 separate files here while I ramble on about how great of an anime. Well, it's not, okay, it is visually, I guess it's not the most groundbreaking, or story-wise really, but like it's a Gundam show, and it sticks to what makes a Gundam show. Like, I think people die, yeah, they do, like characters that people get attached to randomly die, so that makes it a Gundam show. It's about war, still about war. There's everything in Turn A. Then I go silent trying to figure out what exactly is in it. And I can't remember. Lots of stuff. Just trust me. Go watch it. Go find it. I mean, yeah, a lot of people do not like the designs of the kits that came out of it. If you look at the, well, at least the people at HLJ.com, some people apparently don't like those, to the point that it is in the product page. They will mention clearly that some people at that company have issues. With the designs of the things in Turn A. I mean, it's like tens of thousands of years in the future. Things have changed, or at least that's the reasoning. And you have a Gundam which is, well, mobile suits are essentially artifacts, relics, fossils, literally, that are trapped in the ground. They have to be dug out and repaired. A lot of these were like, the power swords I think were kind of nuclear, but not really. You still have like the Minovsky generators things. You still have Minovsky particles being scattered and all that, which made communications impossible. You know, the classic plot point. I don't know exactly why. And there was a thing, maybe in the 70s, where like everything was like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure why, because maybe radio signal jamming was just like, oh, this is high-tech stuff. When, I don't know, they probably heard that on the news when they were writing the original Gundam show, and like, oh, sounds like high-tech stuff. Let me include it in the story. In some way, it became a big thing about it. Like, the generators, the Minovsky generators that made Gundams possible, well, mobile suits possible, would generate radiation of some sort or release particles that would make communication difficult. You would think they would like try to contain that, but instead, in battle, they would choose to pollute by releasing the particles. As a feature. So that's turning a bug in a feature to a feature situation there, which may have been something based on some kind of real life thing. There were probably stuff that was used in the wars. Not people choosing. What was going on back then? Vietnam or something, maybe. The Vietnam War or the Indochina War. So there was probably stuff that was happening there where they would like purposefully do something harmful just because to the environment, just to get some advantage on the battlefield. I don't know. Napalm, maybe. Use a side effect, a negative side effect to their advantage. Anyway, where was I going with this? So yeah, the mobile suits are relics and have some of them, including the Gundam. Well, the name has been lost to the point like it's sometimes funny. Like the characters will start saying Gundam and get cut off while they're being blown to bits. They realize like, oh, the thing we're doing, it's a Gundam. So it's like a taboo word or something. Okay, we'll gradually get through these very small piles of parts. Nothing fancy here. So just give me a sec here. I just posted that somewhere, just hopefully get some views. Anyway, yeah, turn A. Let's see. Well, mobile flat. This is the thing that I think I can't remember. Yeah, you basically shown. I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched this, but I kind of remember the intro. It's like, at the beginning, it's like the you're shown. Maybe you're not. Maybe you are. I don't know. You're shown like this people from space invading, well, getting sent to Earth, as like a deep cover infiltration mission to actually, I'm not sure why, but a bunch of them, or maybe just one of them, a few of them, I don't know. It seemed like a fair amount of people, of young children-ish, were sent to Earth on a mission. Be careful not to scratch that. Anyway, and A, B, okay, B13. We're starting with step 1 here. I'm trying to build. I'm going to ramble on a little bit. I'm not drunk. I don't drink. But yeah, I am a little bit excited about this kit. Meaning to build it for a long time, but always a bit hesitant to actually start. Because I have very few of these, and every single one is, I don't know, there's some like special feeling, I guess, attachment to it. Just give me a second, I'm just checking out something here. I should have prepared a speech, but too late. Okay. Alright, let's just get the building. So, it's very simple instructions, but it is very compact. So it we need to get a little bit figuring out. So we need B and B13. Well, B16 and B13, which appears to be these guys. And does it say to build both arms at the same time? No. Okay, there's 2 arms here, so right. So this here, this there. I'm gonna have to clean up these parts as I go along, because I did we should probably have done all along is nip a little extra when you're getting the parts off. That way you have something to file away down to the surface. That way it's well, it doesn't always work, but the theory is that it should be a bit cleaner. If you nip them like all the way close while still on the runner, you're dealing with the weight of the hanging runner on that little part, or the weight of the part itself hanging off there, and increases the amount of stress that is going for a little piece of plastic, and it's more likely to result in like stress lines or stress marks. So if you do a double nip, you basically reduce the hanging weight, or you eliminate it, and there should be, assuming your nippers are very sharp, which in my case probably not, and it will result in a cleaner cut. But it's not always the case. More usually than not, it just amounts to the same thing. So, but yeah, for this, I'm not sure why, but for here, I'm trying to do things properly. So we need, I'm regretting doing that. So anyway, so we need to identify the parts. B11. This is not like a typical Gundam. Like the parts you don't recognize the parts. You can't like say, oh, this is an arm part. Clearly, no, because it's a weird ass looking kit with mobile suit. Like it still has arms, legs, and stuff, but it's like a very thing. For some reason, I thought this thing was like rolls up as a pill bug, but no, I don't know. It is a flat. It's called flat because it is flat. That's peak naming sense. It's absolute something. I don't know, but it's great. I don't people realize how awesome Tournay is. And they always like say, the design sucks. No, it does not. Well, maybe a little bit, but it's interesting. It's different. They're trying something. And then on the other hand, like the show itself feels like a proper, like a classic Gundam show, because Gundam is from the 70s, and there was like a certain way of seeing things. If you've seen like old movies, like people had different views of the world, very different values. For example, if you don't want to get in the Gundam, you get slapped in the face. These days, you can't do that. That's power harassment or something. But back in those days, getting slapped if you didn't do your work was like, oh, that makes sense. Perfectly reasonable. There's like some very fine detail there, like a small ridge on the end. Which is, I mean, it's not like molding plastic has been around for like since, well, not the end of World War II, but I guess like basically the 60s. Plastics have been around, so I guess in terms of technology, it's like how long have plastic been around? Like 100 years? Maybe less. You think about it, like a lot of the technology we have in our current world is enabled by the fact that we have petroleum products. A lot of things would be completely impossible if we didn't have plastics like these. Am I missing a part here? No, I don't think so. So just make sure that these symmetrical. I feel that it is symmetrical. No, it is not. Well, that sucks. How am I gonna know? It doesn't tell me on the outside. Or maybe it does, but I'm not paying attention. No, this is not it yet. What the heck? Hold up now. Oh wait, this is, okay, never mind. Is this still the arm? What am I looking at? Oh, okay. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'm gonna have to refer to the outside. Alright, left. Hello, Kid Robot, how you doing? Yeah, I like really, yeah, Tournay, definitely something I really appreciate. So yeah, this is a kit we're building today, and we're gonna have, I'm probably gonna ramble incoherently about how awesome the anime is and how everybody should be watching it while I'm building this. So I hope you don't mind. Oh yes, moon people. What was I talking about? Oh no, I wasn't talking about moon people, but the moon people part is important. So you need to watch, basically, I don't know, I imagine they'll make more like ecchi, like Universal Century stuff. Although there's Jukukes now, which is basically alternate timeline of ecchi, which may end up with, I mean, they have is this the arm? Is this the leg? I don't know anymore, but it's so weird and interesting. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, they have G Fighter, in the HGUC lineup. It's like it's an alternate timeline, but similar to, I don't know how this see it as similar, but it is. And that's all, really. There's some flat hands here. The hands here are like kind of hollow in there. That's something you don't really see these days. I mean, plastic is like injected. It's not liquid, it's molten, so it's like, well, semi-liquid. It's like a thick liquid when it's injected, so you can't, like, if you had something very thick, it might not go through all the way. You might end up with air bubbles, so you had to like make the mold as thin as possible to make sure like the plastic gets to fill in all the spaces. That's why you have plastics are usually hollow, the molded things. Oh wait a minute, that's the outside shell. But this thing, oh, I see. This is, yes, they have gun hands. Just the one. You have two flat hands, I assume, or is it just the one flat hand? Where's the other flat hand? Wait, I only have one flat hand? Oh no, wait, I do have two flat hands and one gun hand. Yeah, this is from 1999, so this is before high grade Universal Century, before that like level of quality. Before they standardized it, essentially. So Bandai was still like making Gundam kits for various shows. I don't have, they probably exist somewhere, like the kits for like the original Gundam show, molded in this kind of quality, but it's like they're probably so old and completely discontinued, like serious like collector's item that you can't really find anymore. But yeah, they still make original. Occasionally they will like reprint these old kits. This thing has like heels, like support heels, small details on there, like everywhere, which is for a kit for 1999. I'm being incoherent because this is a very nice, interesting, like, yeah, I probably should shut up a bit, but yeah, I like this kit. I'm still building it, but I've already decided I will like it. Okay, let me just stick to what we have here. So, or try. So we need to build left arm and right arm here. Well, at least I'm trying. I've been trying for like a few last 20 minutes, I guess, while I'm rounding. Hello, John. How you doing? Okay, let's actually start putting parts together here. So polycap B. I need two of these. Can you be twisted off? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna nip those off. B, BCI. Do these? I think like at some point, polycaps. I can't remember if the older ones have letters or if the newer ones have letters. But this feels familiar. What does that even mean? I think that's a bow. Let's see. Taking a second here randomly to read something. I think it says Pu Ra Su. Purasu? Is it Pu or is it Pu? Pu. Okay, Purasu, I don't know what that means for some reason. So polycap I. Purasu. Place. No. Plus. Palace? I don't know. Plus? I don't know what that means. But it's basically a little extension here for this set of polycaps. Alright, let's do this. So I need to put into B11 polycap B. And facing that way. And then this thing on there, which I'm gonna pre-drill those a bit, because these are ancient kits and tolerances were probably not great. I feel the yeah, you can kind of tell they're like there's like the pegs are a little extra sometimes, so there's a chance that will like kind of stick out. So let's see, put that on there. I'm still using 2mm peg and hole system here. Still metric, so that hasn't changed over the last 40 years. I'm finding building parts. Huzzah. So just pre-drill that a little bit. Might not be that necessary, but just in case. Okay, that fit. I was kind of thinking it wouldn't fit. I don't have a lot of vintage kit, but this is one of them. Trying to be a little bit careful with how I'm building this because I only have the one and I can't really, if I mess up, I can't get another one. Well, I don't usually care that much, but I mean, it's like two different shades. If this was any older, they would just give you, like if this was like a old school Macross kit, they would give you the whole thing just like one shade of plastic and say, go paint it yourself. And it would still be called high grade. Well, I guess they didn't have they didn't call things high grade. Cool. I had subscribed to you. That's weird. Yeah, just subscribe to John there. Go see his channel, he's doing something. Only 4 subscribers. Well, we're starting out. You mean like the original? The discontinued arc sentence message precursors of real renegades. Yeah, so I mean, it's difficult to get those, I guess, obviously. But I feel like the problem is like there's lots of like people who will scalp. Do I not? There's no polycaps in here, but it seems like, yeah, this would be. Again, I need to double check here based on the. Nope, that is not the right part. Yeah, can this even pop out? I think this seems a bit difficult because we do have a gun hand, but because this is hard plastic and I'm not sure. It's a good idea to like pop this out. The whole reason we have polycaps is to have something which would give, which has tolerance for like pushing and pulling, and like basically has some friction, and it's a wear part essentially. Let me see if that actually fits without needing me to pre-drill. Okay, maybe it does. It does kind of grip. Ah, that's a bit grippy. And it doesn't go in all the way, so double boo. Well, yeah, it's like a bit. Let me see here. So I'll just put that on there. See if that actually do a test. Though, yeah, the whole reason we have polycaps is to like have a little bit of tolerance. Oh, it clips very, very loudly, and it is very stiff. So I'm a bit worried about this. Okay, I'm just gonna put this together. Clearly this only goes in one way, so there's no mystery here what we're doing. Yeah, there's nothing else to this. I feel like there should be something here, but there really isn't anything else. So I'm just gonna do the weapon here randomly. If you can't figure out, if someone ever watches these videos for like instructions and they're confused on how to build something, if they can't figure out how this is put together, they probably shouldn't be building model kits. There's better hobbies out there for you. That sounds mean, but yeah. Leave the forever molecules for someone else to put together. I think polystyrene is one of those forever molecules. Yeah, feel like something should go here, but or might be like, oh, it probably clips onto something. But yeah, it's like this weird oozy feel to it. I'm gonna just put that there because nothing else gonna really go in there. Now, it doesn't actually, does it? Yeah, there's nothing really clipping it in there. Yeah, okay. There's nothing much to it. Yeah, but the arms there are kind of like pushing this in and out is a bit difficult. So you might want to prefer not removing these too much. This one's kind of loose. It's like a weird. It's a bit creaky here. Yeah, it's really simple. But it doesn't look too bad. Look at this design. Like it's like layered, which is like you gotta get admit, like it's different. Let me make sure I got this right, because I'm always, yeah, this looks right. Okay, that is a right arm, and that goes there. This is B16 on 2. Yeah, these do not fit very well. Yeah, this will need quite a bit of glue to kind of put it together. I'm not sure if this is details or it's just like mismatching. The edges there kind of mismatched. 1990. Oh, the thing is about the MS joint frame, you see it in perfect grade kits. Like it's the same technology that is used for the hands of perfect grade kits and a few master grade kits. So the technique has been around for a while. Because polyethylene, well, the polycap material and ABS don't mix. If you mold the two on top of each other, what the heck is this? Okay, fine. If you mold the two on top of each other, they basically do not mix, and you can basically mold hinges in place. You can mold two pieces of plastic around each other, kind of, and have like very tight hinges. So yeah, I mean, there's also like very old Evangelion kits which had like an interesting construction technique. I'm still trying to get my hands on one of those someday. They're not exactly discontinued, but I guess there's not a lot of demand for them. So Bandai isn't really making them. Okay, we got the arms. I was hoping this wouldn't take too long, but it is taking a little while. So we do have a cuff here, which I am going to... I mean, it's only yellow. Do I even need to do that? Why not? It's basically it's cuffs. It has cufflinks. Again, the trick with this thing isn't sticking. Well, that is different. The glue isn't sticking. And it doesn't line up. No, it needs to go under here. Yeah, the glue here isn't sticking very well. And I don't... Where's the... I keep misplacing the stick I usually use for like putting these on. And what the heck? Yeah, this section here isn't sticking. Part of it is sticking, part of it is not sticking, so I'm not sure what to make of this. And it does not line up, which is weird. The design, I mean it's not exactly... Oh, it is, never mind. That was me. I just was using the wrong end. Like, it goes a little... Yeah, this part isn't sticking the way I would like. So maybe this is a kit from a very long time ago and the glue is just has given up and doesn't wanna. Well, you basically have like cuffs because it's a fancy mobile suit. It's wearing a suit. Well, it is a mobile suit, so it makes sense it would have cufflinks. Or not, but... Yeah, like these are very old, I guess. To make sense that it is kind of falling apart there. And of course, if I don't, it's gonna get all manner of messed up. Yeah, it's not sticking. Not well. Anyway. I've had like stickers like from positively like really old kits, like actually old, very, very old, that would still stick after like 10 years in the box. It's the first time, well, maybe not the first time, but like I can remember that something will not stick. But it makes more like it's not hard, so you could always just paint this yellow, or it's like slightly metallic yellow there, and you can also like there's stuff you can paint here. There's all sorts of surfaces, little details and knickknacks you can add. There's some little potential here. Would be nice to like, you probably should refer to, oh no, it's all black, never mind. Ignore what I said. On the inside though, you do have little parts here which are black, like this here cover. So you can paint those. You can refer to the artwork there, kind of just figure out what to do with it. But yeah, we got the arms, we got the little cuffs there, which are kind of still, yeah, this one's still coming off. They both are, like, the glue's not very strong on these things. Alright, we got the arms. That took forever. Now, J. Where'd my polycaps go? Oh. Polycap J, polycap B. I do not know what we're building. I think it's the legs. JB BK, so B times 4. And polycap J and K. This is the extras. Purasu. 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 I don't know what it means. It's katakana, so it should be like an English word. Or some foreign word. Not necessarily English. Could be French sometimes. Or some other. Could be German. Basically anything non-Japanese. That's the idea there. But I don't know what it means. And A9 and 12. So these things here. And these there. So basically this is the inner frame for the legs. I mean, the surface detail isn't bad, but you still have kind of like large, visible, well, very visible seams. It's still a problem, like to this day. Like it's not something that's fully resolved. It's okay, goes in there. Does it? Or does it not? No, it does not. That's where the hole goes. Okay, so this one is polycap, well, A9, or it could be A7, for all I know. There's also, this one's A7, with polycap J, polycap B here. Again, I lost. Keep. Oh, never mind, found it. Keeps misplacing the stick. This is like a old barbecue stick, kebab stick. It is very useful for like just all sorts of things. Putting stickers down, just threading polycaps, all sorts of weird and unusual things. Alright, so this is B goes up there. I should probably be cleaning those before I do that. Let's do a quick check around here. But yeah, randomly again, just if you get a chance, watch Turn A. It is a necessary experience. Some will say, no, you need to watch Seed, Unicorn, all those things. Like, they're like, yeah, they're very big. Very popular, but Turn A is the one everybody needs to watch. And what the heck? Oh, okay. That was a bit, yeah, the polycaps kind of sometimes, they have a little bounce to them and sometimes they don't fit perfectly, so you end up with gaps. So yeah, eventually these will need to be fixed by clamping everything down and a dot of cement, although I don't think this is gonna be fixable. I may have to like separate this, file this, make sure it's flat because there's a little bit that's like sticking out there. It's never going to yeah, it's a bit misaligned. Might need to like file this section a bit. Or maybe like just with some clamping and a bit of cement, it might. Like cement can like melt adjacent surfaces that are not contacting, kind of like, because the thin web of liquid will kind of make a little bridge and like dissolve them and make them combine. So it might be okay. Yeah, I'm cleaning this out a little bit. This is an old kit, but the quality is not bad. It's been worse. And this is more recent kits with like really horrible quality anyway. But they're not Bandai kits, so yeah. Getting dust everywhere. I don't think I've been filing that much, but I got plastic dust everywhere. Okay, so you and you there. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it has the same problem here. Like this fits just fine, but there's like a little gap there. Has the same problem, so it's the error is accurate. And this here doesn't, yeah, it's a misaligned, like a slight misalignment here. Like this is not aligned properly, which might be an issue later on, I'm not sure. And we take this here, put that in there, polycap K down there, pointing out like so, and take one of these, or rather one of these, and just join that up. Yeah, this one's a bit, the fit is a bit more accurate. Is this meant to be there? Did I? Guess not. There's a little bit of, well, we'll see. And that points up, and that points outward, like so, and just join it together like this. There's a bit of flashing here that is in the middle. So just get rid of that, because that's going to prevent the parts from connecting properly. That maybe what's in between these here and causing the gap, but I feel like it's just the molding isn't as accurate as you would have thought. Alright, so we got these thing here, so we need these little parts. These are the knees, which is there's a top and bottom, so okay. So it goes like so. It shows here like which is the top, which is the bottom. This is the bottom piece. The 2 bars, that's the back of the knee, and like so. So we got these things, these are the legs. Like it's a very, I mean, they will occasionally be like vehicles, mobile suits, things that are completely out the norm. They're not like you're just plain old humanoid, 2 arms, 2 leg, head, backpack, 5 fingers, for whatever reason. Sometimes you'll get weird ones with completely different designs. So it still has a face, a head, 5 fingers, for whatever reason. Tens of thousands of years, a completely different civilization on the moon of difference, and they still give their mobile suits 5 fingers. That's what, I mean, it's probably started like out of the story of mobiles is basically like this, like the Space Noids, early, not Xeon, but whatever the thing was, like the governing body for space colonies were up to. They came up with basically farming vehicles, giant humanoid tractors, essentially, for doing work in space on very large pieces of equipment that are the space colonies. And I guess as a PR, as like to make it them seem like more friendly, they were giving like big curvy shapes that end up being Zaku shapes. And they also had like those big clumsy round fingers, and they had 5 fingers just to make them more relatable and I guess more human looking, more friendly, less threatening. So where am I going with this? I don't know. Yeah, so I guess because of that design decision, just to make it more friendly looking with 5 fingers, where like a claw would have been more practical. All mobile suits thereafter just have 5 fingers, because it's like cargo cult kind of thing. You see a thing and, oh, that's a mobile suit. For whatever reason, it has a weird feature, and you say, oh, I need to make another mobile suit, so that thing is a mobile suit and it has 5 fingers. Doesn't matter why. Like, the reasons behind the 5 fingers don't make sense. But just because it's a mobile suit and you need a mobile suit, you assume like, oh yeah, so to be a mobile suit, it has to have 5 fingers. It's like backwards logic, I guess. Well, at least that's the incoherent rambling we're going to go with to explain the 5 fingers for now. Alright, so this goes on the back like so. This is B6 and B5. I'm building this a bit out of order, but that's okay. Okay. Nope, actually it's on the other. Looks like it should be that, but why is it not fitting? Oh, it is fitting. It's just a bit. Yeah, the pegs here are a bit. They don't fit very well, so it might be a bit. No, never mind. NB8 and B7 here. But yeah, I do have some issues with the humanoid robot thing. Like, the original Gundam was meant to be somewhat realistic. So, realistically, like, you wouldn't have humanoid robots with a face and what have you. Oh, this thing has a little bump on the side here. I guess because they knew that they couldn't get the sizing right, the diameter of this perfectly right, so they added like a little bump here for extra like grip, I guess, because they made this hole a little bit bigger than this peg and just add a little bump on the side here to make it like fit. Oh, there we go. No, this way. No, which way? That way. Alright, so it lines up like that. Very nice, very flat. Bad, not shabby, very good. This is the leg, like, when will you see, like, there hasn't, I don't think there's any, I don't know, I mean, like 40, 50 years, well, like 70s, 30, yeah, 50 years. Almost of Gundam shows and not. You don't really have. Well, I guess Gundam Age was also a little bit different. They gave up on the 5. No, the fingers were still 5 fingers, but at least they made in some effort to make it different. And the faces were not really faces; they were just heads. It's kind of that, I guess you can, it's like kind of the Empire, like why do you have bipedal or like quadrupedal, like those giant walking things? That's completely unnecessary. AT-ATs and AT-STs. The reason is to like scare people. It's an intimidation thing. Probably borrowed from Nazis. Like even before like World War II, like the Germans, the Prussians, or whatever, they were very violent, like warring people. It's like Europe has always had wars all over the place for like hundreds and hundreds of years. And the Prussian, like the barbarians, they had pointy helmets. Well, in war you always try to like scaring, like intimidation, like scaring the opponent is always a tactic, is a having like very large tanks, scary looking tanks, which I think I heard somewhere that was a thing that Germans were into, like making larger and larger tanks to scare people. Because there weren't that many Germans, so you think about it, like in the context of a world war, which is basically a European war, but a bunch of colonies got dragged into it. And they call it a world war. It's kind of calling the World Series baseball, which is only played in the US. World Series. There's no world part in it, there's just local. There's no international team. So yeah, the World Series, same thing. Same basic idea. You can see like on the back here, like the router makes some scratches in the mold. Like how they were like polishing this. It's a little signature, I guess. Little scratches here, which is probably from the molding itself. This one clean? Not exactly. There's not a lot of parts, so I don't even need to look at the numbers. I can just look at the pictures and kind of figure out what I'm doing, which is nice. It's a very simple kit. So anyway, I was at... Why does the leg have like a shoulder pad? It does though, which is weird. So that goes on top there. This is B1 and B2, although they are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter. Wait, hold on, are they? No, they're not. There's a long bit here, which is probably... Does this thing has turn signals? That would be weird. There's like a little dot here, which is... yeah, so it's opposite. So assuming this one is there, nope, this one is like so. The little dot is in the front, so like that. And the little dot there is on the... Still wrong. Okay, maybe it was right the other way. Yeah. Pretending like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it has a little hip thing. Let's do the feet real quick. A4. A3 and A20. So you just join these two together. Very simply. Polish this a little bit. Or try. Okay, come on. There's a little bit of flashing here and there, well, it's not too bad. Plastic products used to be so approximate. I mean, it was like all like groundbreaking technology. There used to be a time there was people had to like build things out of wood, metal, or some other like things had to be complicatedly like assembled like complex ways. And plastic came along, could just like mold the whole thing in one go. What's the first thing we do with them? Toys. Things to play with. Alright, so A3, A4, A20, so which way do you go? This way, or that doesn't fit? Okay, so it fits like so. There's those stress lines appearing here. Hopefully not. That seems about right. Alright, so yeah. Very interesting design here. Put this on first because you're not gonna be able to hold this. This fits very tightly in there. And then you can already see the stress lines appearing from like me pushing this in. There we go. I can transform. I don't know if we're gonna have to remove this. It seems a bit hard. There we go, legs. It has heels. I'm not sure if this is meant to be part of the design. Because it is. There was like something weird about this. I can't remember exactly. I feel like they had some problem with these in Earth gravity or something. These are supposed to be very tall. How tall are you? They're supposed to be gigantic. Well, there's others also which had... I don't think they made kits of, but it shows up in one of the build fighters or build divers. How tall are you? 20 meters. So it's like taller than most. The average mobile suit is like 16 meters tall, but I guess like this, the heels kind of explain the extra 4. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Alright, legs. 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, cool. So you don't get much articulation in the hips there, but is this even the hip? Yeah, it is the hip. Or is this the arms, I guess? It would have been nice. Actually, let me just check a second because... It does not. There's no... This is the only kit of the mobile flat that exists. Well, not the only kit in the world, but like the only... There's no like master grade version of this or any other grade. Well, there could be like SMSD kit somewhere, but there's no other kit of this thing. Which is kind of sad. And here the stickers are definitely not gonna stay on. But anyway, so we got this here, and we got... Yeah, it would have been like so nice to have like a different grade of this. These are 2mm holes, but they're very loose. Clearly this thing is... Yeah, it's hollow here, it's hollow there, so it's like, it's... Yeah, this would have been nice if we got it like... They did make, they call it correct century. Which tells you like, yeah, this is... Turn A is the correct century, so it makes sense. Okay, that was a bit very creaky. It's gonna be a bit difficult to separate those. Let me try anyway. I probably won't need to, but that is twist to east. Yeah, it's just pre-drill that a little bit. So the little, yeah, still very stiff. Hopefully that's not too loose now. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, this would have been nice if we had like a higher grade version of this. And this is step 5. And we need another polycap B, 2 more polycap Bs. Is that a Furatu? That's a Su. Is that a Fu? No, it's a Poo. Is it not called flat in Japanese? Oh. Okay, so then we get this thing here with a polycap B up there. And before there, just a little twist there. Get my 1.5. Just check for flashing and nubs real quick. Push that together. It becomes the hip in a way. Then we do the head, step 7. There's a few stickers that go on here, it seems. Although it's all I'm not sure if that is all necessary. Okay, so black. Where? Yeah, it's all black, so where's the... in blue? You know what? I feel like those stickers aren't gonna stick very well. Like, it's based on like what we're happening here. Yeah, it's already coming off there, so it's not gonna be... I'm just gonna do this. Just preliminary coloring here. Can always come back and kind of paint it properly, but for now this kind of works. Let it dry for a second. Not sure this is gonna... I should probably do a test. So this purple or this dark blue? Let's do a test in a region that nobody will see. I guess that'll do. Technically I should be painting this, but for the time being, this will do. I want to break out the paint. Not sure that's gonna work. At the bottom here it is black. Is that even visible? I don't know. Let that dry for a second. Yeah, no, it's pretty low tech what I'm doing. Everybody's gonna be using like, oh, fancy markers. No, I'm just gonna use some Sharpies. Call it a day. It's good enough for like a preview build, which is kind of what I'm doing here. Now I'm gonna be careful not to put my fingers on there while it's still drying. But once it's dry, it's like, it is still permanent. It won't, like, unless you like rub it really hard, it won't come out. But it's good enough, like it's fairly, just for a preview, it's like good enough. And I guess this is necessary because you're gonna have to hold it. This is probably gonna be turning. Yeah, well, actually I could have put the sticker there, I guess. The problem is, like, I don't like feel like these aren't sticking very well. And so yeah, probably need to paint this properly. The sticker would have hidden the kind of like the circles there. You see the like molding artifacts more properly, but yeah. Try to line these together. They're not going. There we go. And of course your tube. This is too tight. Well, fine. Probably shouldn't stick that on top of this, but yeah, I'll just leave it alone. If ever it comes down to it, one day I'll just can always like use some alcohol, kind of rub it off, and just use actual paint to paint that properly. Because I don't think you can put the sticker on there easily. Like, it's all like wheeled, like hanging parts there. It's a bit difficult. Anyway, I think we got all the parts. Yeah, we got all the parts. So yeah, this is all the parts for an hour and a half. Yep, have a good one, John. Alright, so we got all the parts here, so we're gonna just assemble this real quick. It's very simple. So we got the legs, torso, well, waist actually. Pop that in there. Actually, I should make sure that I should have checked this first, but the ball joint should be somewhat smooth. Make sure you don't have any kind of leftover nub on there. What the heck? Yeah, okay. That's not right. Clearly. There we go. It's very weird, but it's mobile. It's flat. as the name suggests, it looks like it's cartoonish in person. Like in the anime, it's like those are gigantic things which are towering over people. Right here, and yeah, it lost its little cuff there already. Like the glue isn't sticking very well. Let me see if you can fix this. This is the kind of glue used for phone screens. But it's clear and it's thin and, well, it's tacky. So maybe it'll work. Let's do a dot there. And a dot there. Basically, I guess I should use paper glue, but that would also been fine. Just need like some simple tacky glue. There we go. Just a little dot on the ends there, just to get it to hold for a little bit. It'll probably unstick on its own in a moment. Alright, so we just pop that on there. Finally, the head there. Like so, which... Oh yeah, that thing kind of had like a mono eye. I remember this here, kind of glowed. So it had the mono eye vibe to it. And it's all out of frame. Doesn't look like much, but there it is. Vintage kit, mobile flat, from Tourney Gundam, kit released in 1999. And you do have a gun with it, which, yeah, I don't like this part. Pops out. This is not a polycap here, so it's just plastic. And as is kind of, well, you kind of like these older kits, the gun and the gun hand, like it was always like very loose fitting. Oh, this one clips. What the heck? Now it clips? What's up with you? Oh no, it doesn't. It just kind of hooked on something accidentally there because of friction. And basically, yeah, these are kind of like just hold there very loosely. They don't like modern, well, not modern, like for a very long time. Well, soon after that, I guess they kind of changed the design a bit, so that way the gun hand and the whatever this part is actually match and hold together and actually stay there. They don't just flop around easily. So, but yeah, mobile flat, that's what we have. It does transform, which is kind of surprising. Well, I guess not. That's like they have been transformable kits from that era and beyond. But yeah, to transform it, which is like a simple flying mode, I guess, which is no longer flat anymore. Like this is supposed to be removed. Let me just remove this here. You don't need a hand. In the anime, I don't really see it. I don't think it was shown that much with weapons. It was only just always like this, and would use it like fingers to attack because it was flat, sharp, and all that. So, yeah, simple enough transformation here. That goes here. Just like flip the shoes back. And you have to remove this here, which is kind of dangerous because this here fits very tightly. So, and I'm afraid this might break. So yeah, just like that. That's its transformation. That's how it So then that becomes, I guess, the thrusters, the exhaust. So that's the transformation mode. Very simple. Very dark. Well, it's all very dark plastic, so it probably looks a bit weird on camera right now. Need a better camera. Yeah, this is mobile flat in its ship mode. This thing, I think, digs in the ground, if I'm recalling correctly. But yeah, it's a very simple kit, very easy to build. Nothing particularly complicated about it. And without the heels, it looks ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. But that's okay. Yeah, it's it does come with a paint guide here, so I'm doing the review as well. It's like not much to say. Like it's actually, let me do this pose here. Like it's yeah, you have to watch the anime to like want to get this kit. Like if you just see this, like it's just, what the hell is this thing? This is ridiculous. The arms do have like a fair, well, I guess just 90 degrees, but it looks wider than I would have thought. Not as tall, like it should be like taller, but it feels wider. You do have a lot of like painting involved here, so you can like add your panel lines, and there's like some yeah, there's lots of painting you can do. There's lots of silvery finish you can add here, so overall, like, yeah, you can. What the heck? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, this would have been, I mean, like, I can guess, like, there's not a lot of, like, it's super impressive in the anime because it's, like, going around, like, destroying things and, like, causing havoc, and it looks gigantic and threatening and all that, but right now it looks kind of ridiculous. Yeah, lots of painting involved, to get this to look, what the flip? That doesn't seem right. Oh wait, that is right. Never mind. That is correct. Yeah, mobile flat from 1999, Tourney Gundam. Here shown with a gun. I don't remember it having a gun that much. But yeah, this whole thing has been painted. It's a much lighter blue than is built here. Philip arms, like, well, they don't, like, there's a limited number of dyes you can use in plastic, and you can't like perfectly match every single color out there, so this is like approximately, like, this is like very neon orange. It looks very plasticky. I'm not sure what you're doing it. Yeah, it is very stable on its feet because it has like multiple, it's like tripods essentially. And this thing's coming apart again. Yeah, very old kit. But still, I mean, it's kind of sad like they didn't like make more, like a higher grade version of it. The design is weird, definitely. It's like not something that can easily be made into like the standard like humanoid Gundam, because all the limbs are like very different. And I guess if you were to like make this modern, like how do you do this part, which is basically like a, I think the whole thing is a strip. The hole in the hand is kind of dangling right here. So, and there we go. It's a bit loose already. That's why I didn't like the fact that this here is just plain plastic, no polycaps in here. So if you push, like take this in and out a few times, like the socket becomes worn out, or even the ball joint becomes worn out, and you can't really hold. Yeah, it would be difficult building this using modern yeah. Building this using like well, not like based on like what mobile suit kits usually are. The design of this doesn't really fit anything. It'd have to be something completely custom. So I guess understandably they don't. And there's not a lot of demand for this. There exists the in-build divers. Another kit from like Turn A, which doesn't have another mobile suit from Turn A, which doesn't have any arms, which is gigantic. It's basically mobile armor. That one, I'm not sure where they found the kit for it. I need to see if it actually exists, because most Turn A kit, most build divers and build fighters kit are based on like actually released Bandai kits. So it should exist somewhere in some form, or there's a completed kit bash from scratch, which is also possible. That has happened before, I guess. But I need to like take a look at that. Not much else to say here. It's a very simple kit. Well, it's a simple kit, but the design is a bit. It's different. Alright, anyway, I think that's all I really have to say. Yeah, painting is required a bit. Like, yeah, it doesn't. Oh, this is to scale. Look at that. That's interesting. The picture on the instruction is exactly to the same scale as what we get here. What the heck? The outside is orange? What the hell? What's up with that then? What is this for? Oh, okay. Wrong completely. Well. That is not where that was supposed to go. So I'm gonna just remove that. Just like that. That's the dot of alcohol there. With a busted piece of Q-tip, which is used for like random cleaning. Yeah, so the inside actually is not the outside. I confused that completely. To be careful though, this is kind of just hanging there, so careful it doesn't break. The shape looked a bit weird, but basically it's the inside here, the dome, like the head part, the inside, which is black. So yeah, it makes more sense to paint that. I can't really reach with a marker, which is kind of thick. Yeah. This is the whole of the inside here, needs to be painted. Alright, I'll ignore that then. Pretend that was all intentional. It's walking. Alright, I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, it's yeah, I can't, I mean, yeah, it's, those older kits, like, they all required a lot of painting. Like, you will need to, like, paint the whole thing to get it. It has this, like, metallic thing, some weathering effect here and there. And you can kind of see here, like, they kind of messed up a little bit. Well, the panel lines are accented. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they used airbrush for this, so you can see like they kind of airbrushed the panel lines black and then painted on top of it to kind of, with a light coat to kind of just like make it pop out a bit more. You should get an airbrush, but it's a lot of effort and money. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. So there's been multiple pilots for this thing. I think this guy just like stole one of these from the enemy and was piloting for a while. But yeah, definitely if you get the chance. Oh, they even painted the polycaps. Or not. Did they? I guess not. You get a chance, just like watch Turn A. It's like it's a show you need to watch. I'll just leave this here to turn for a few minutes while I go do something else. Yeah, Turn A. Probably not the most popular kit, but definitely not the most popular kit. This is mobile flat from Turn A Gundam. 1:144 scale. Not exactly HG. It's pre-HG. It's 2 scale, but I wouldn't call it high grade. Or maybe ancient high grade, maybe. It's very dark. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The plastic is very black. Well, it's dark blue. So it looks a bit difficult. It doesn't show up much. Like the finished product is much lighter. So yeah, what you see on the box is kind of a bit deceptive. But oh well. Anyway, that was Turn A Gundam. No, sorry. Mobile Flat from Turn A Gundam. Yeah. Kit I was kind of looking forward to build. It's not, I mean, it is, like, if this was any other thing, I'd probably be like, oh, this is crappy, it's very simple. But it is of the era. It is from 1999, and it is what it is. It is exactly what it feels like. I mean, it's not, I mean, although, now that I say that, I have built something from Gundam Wing, but I complained a lot about how crappy it was. I guess it just depends on what series I'm building for. If the series that I like, I'll be like, yeah, it's alright. But if something I'm not all that much of a fan of, I'm like, yeah, this is There's a lot of crap. Who decided to do this? But yeah, Turn A, very simple kit. Not the most complicated thing. Built in like under an hour. Most of it was just like rambling. But yeah, I'll leave you with this thing. Like and subscribe, share, enjoy, do the usual things. And yeah, I'll see you Thursday? Yep, Thursday. Doing one every other day, so Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and that's about it. Trying to do plastic model kit every now and then. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a nice night, evening, morning, wherever it is, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with. And yeah, we'll see you when we see you. What's up with the focus? Alright, there we go. And we'll just leave this to spin for a while. Thanks, good night, goodbye.